Why did my dad pull me out of school the moment I mentioned my substitute's name? At dinner, I mentioned we had a substitute with our last name, and since our last name is Rare, I thought it was funny. My dad's fork hit the plate. What did she look like? I told him she was late 40s with brown hair and kept staring at me. He left the room without a word. I followed and pressed my ear to his door where I heard him say restraining order, and then she found us. I banged on the door, and when he came out, he grabbed my shoulders hard enough to hurt. You are never going back to that school. I asked who she was. Someone who wants to destroy our family. Someone I have spent your whole life protecting you from. Then he took my car keys and put them in his pocket. I was not leaving until he figured out what to do. He sat me down and said, "That woman is my sister. She has severe mental problems and has been obsessed with you since you were born." I asked what he meant. She tried to take you when you were a baby. I woke up and she was standing over your crib trying to carry you out. I felt my whole body go cold. He slid a restraining order across the table with her name on it. We have moved 4 times because she keeps finding us. She got hired at your school just to get close to you. He grabbed my face and said, "Everything I have done has been to keep you safe. You are all I have. Promise me you will never speak to her." I promised. He was my dad. Why would he lie? I thought that was the end of it until I was grabbing groceries and saw her watching me from the end of the aisle. I reached for my phone, but she stepped forward. "Please, he is not who you think he is. Let me prove it and I will disappear forever." I told her to stay away. "Has he ever shown you photos from before you were 5? Has he told you the truth about your mother?" I said my mother died when I was a baby. She shook her head. "Your mother is not dead. She has been looking for you too." She pulled out a folder and set it on the shelf. "My number is inside. Call me when you are ready." I stood there shaking. I grabbed it and hid it in my bag. When I got home, my dad was waiting. "Where were you? You said 20 minutes. I told him the store was busy. He stared at me. "You would tell me if something happened, right?" I said of course. He did not look like he believed me. That night, I waited until he was asleep and sat on my floor with my back against the door. I opened the folder expecting proof she was crazy, and my dad was right. The first page is a custody agreement giving my aunt full guardianship of me when I was 4. I read it 3 times. The next page is a police report with my dad's name on it for child neglect because I was found alone in an apartment for 3 days. I have to put it down because my hands are shaking. The next page is a court order transferring me to my aunt permanently, and then another report saying my dad took me from her house and vanished with a warrant out for his arrest. Behind that are photos of me as a toddler with my aunt holding me, and next to her is another woman who looks exactly like me, my mother. The last page is a letter from her saying she was too young to raise me alone, so my aunt helped, but they both loved me and they never stopped looking. The door slams open and my dad is standing there. He sees the folder and his face twists. "Where did you get that?" I ask if it is true. "She poisoned you against me." I ask again if it is true. He rips the folder from my hands. "I gave up everything for you and this is how you repay me?" I ask what he was protecting me from. He screams, "From everyone who wanted to take you away from me. You are mine." I grab my phone and call my aunt. He lunges, but I lock myself in the bathroom while he pounds on the door screaming that I am ruining everything. 20 minutes later, police come through the front door. I hear him crying, "I was protecting my child," over and over as they put him in handcuffs. I live with my aunt and my mother now. What my dad did was wrong, but he raised me for 17 years and that is what makes this so hard.